On our last video, we left Watson Lake in the Signpost Forest.
I think this is the world's largest collection of stolen road signs anywhere in the world. Right on it.
Oh.
Bell Fountain, Ohio with the Tony Pacos Toledo, Ohio decal. That's pretty cool.
On our way to Teslin, Yukon Territory.
Gas stop between Watson Lake and Teslin.
The Continental Divide Rest Stop.
And so we'll start this week's video right here. And just a side note, this was the most expensive gas we spent on this entire trip.
Come one in a dozen, the other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer.
This campground was actually located behind a rest area. You drove through the rest area and then on into the campground.
Self-register. Everyone must register to stay. Can't park. Designated areas only. Sites are first come, first serve, and may not be reserved for campers who have not arrived. Okay, we'll grab the paperwork and fill it out. Cool.
We stayed in Site 20. Site was a little tight, but we had to twist the truck off to the side a little bit. We fit pretty nicely. It was an easy walk down to the lake.
Hey, bear! I thought
Went down the hard path.
I thought a bear was attacking me.
Something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you, I never could have moved away. But now I seek what you teach. I do believe.
If you haven't already, hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. And if you would leave us a comment, we'd appreciate it. We read all of the comments.
The Teslin River Bridge. This is the third longest water span on the Alcan Highway. It was constructed with a very high clearance above to permit the steamships to pass under the route from Whitehorse to Teslin. Before construction of the Alaskan Highway, all freight and supplies traveled this route. That here must be the cinnamon buns. World famous cinnamon buns. Oh, it's a small. Oh, you can go back in. Good. How are we doing on fuel?
201 miles.
Let's go ahead and pull up to the pumps.
Of course, am I okay?
Yeah. There's a dump right there. Drinking water only. Okay, milepost 808. It's operated by Bob and Ellie. Okay, we're here at Johnson's Crossing, and they have a it's a motel, gas station, RV park, and it's also a little bit of an attraction. They have a small junkyard left over, what they call World War II vehicles that were left here. It doesn't really say if they were brought here for the construction of the Alcan Highway or not, but they were just basically brought here and abandoned as part of a junkyard. But they're all World War II era pieces of equipment. It's kind of cool, and a couple of them are plugged in and actually operational, it appears. So yeah, plugged in so they can use them through the winter, probably to clear snow. But hey, this is pretty cool. Anyway, Let's go in and have a cinnamon bun. See if Debbie's going to get them heated or not. But we're going to head inside to check them out.
This is Marsh Lake that we're driving beside now. Very, very long. 20 miles long. Marsh Lake. I believe this is the Yukon River. And we're coming up to the Yukon River Bridge.
There's the dam right there.
Yep, that's the Marsh Lake Dam, and this is the Yukon River to the Marsh Lake Dam. This is the SS Klondike coming up. It's a National Historic Site beside the Yukon River in Whitehorse. And even as far north as the Yukon, they have roundabouts. Straight. And the SS Klondike. Whitehorse.
He pulled off the Alcan Highway for a specific reason in Whitehorse. That was to find the real Canadian superstore.
So we just made a food stop at the real Canadian Superstore, which was pretty cool. What's really nice about this is that we can bring it right to our RV and load it right in and then take the cart back. So it makes it really nice. But this is our last stop. We are in Whitehorse. We'll head up to Dawson City, which is a very small town in comparison to Whitehorse. Whitehorse is big enough to hold a Canadian real superstore and a Walmart, and it's probably one of the furthest north Walmarts in the whole country of Canada. But I don't know that to be true, and I don't know if anyone would look that up. But anyway, we got our provisions. We're good to go. I think what we have with us now is what we're going to have all the way to the Arctic Ocean.
We have 1.9 miles left on the Alaskan Highway. We will be turning off to the Klondike Highway in 1.9 miles. we will be back onto the Alaskan Highway later, much later in our journey. But we are heading up the Klondike. What's that say? Alaska Highway.
This is where they're separated.
That says Route de Alaska. Beautiful views for our last few minutes on the Alaskan Highway, and then we'll be turning on to the Klondike Highway. Hoping that the Klondike Highway is as nice as this section of Alaska Highway is. We're coming out of Whitehorse. We stopped at Canadian Superstore, which I'm beginning to love, and got some provisions, and we're heading up the Klondike Highway. Okay, it says north to Dawson City.
So we want to be in the right lane. And coming up here.
Yeah.
Yep, here's the breakaway. The Alaskan Highway goes straight, and Klondike turns.
Is this it? Yep. Klondike Highway. Goodbye, Alaska Highway. We will be back. We'll come back this way on our way back south to hit Seward and Haines.
In about 2 months.
In about 2 months.
In about 2 months. We're going to be alone. Maybe we should tell them our plans for...
So what we've decided to do. So our plan was always to take the Klondike Highway to the top of the world highway and then cross into Alaska at Chicken. But we've decided to take the Dempster up to Tuktoyaktuk, Northwest Territories, in order to see the Arctic Ocean. We were made aware that you have to take a tour bus in to see the Arctic Ocean if you go up the Dalton. You can only go to Dead Horse, and then you have to get a tour bus to go. U.S. Customs, top of the world border crossing.
9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah,
we need to remember that.
We do. And so we're gonna take the Dempster. So what we're doing is we're heading to a camp spot tonight, and then we're going to Dawson City. I've got a reservation for 5 days, and we're gonna leave the camper, and on the we're going to then leave the camper in Dawson City and get on the Dempster with just the truck and take it up all the way to Inuvik and on up to Tuktoyaktuk to sit on the beach of the Arctic Ocean.
And we have a hotel up at
Inuvik.
Inuvik. We have a hotel in Inuvik, so we'll be able to probably eat a nice dinner and have a bed, since we won't have Millie with us, and then head back.
Or head on up. I don't know which.
Yeah.
Whichever way it works out. So that's the plan. We got about 4 days, and then we're heading up the Dempster with just the truck and seeing how that goes. So stay tuned. So we are now on the Klondike Highway, and we have been using the milepost the entire time, and so it says to go to page 274 for the Klondike Loop. So we'll head to 274 and see what. Ooh, there you go. We are there. Klondike Loop, top of the world, and Taylor Highway. We will veer off the Klondike and take the Dempster Highway to Inuvik and Tuktoyaktuk, but then we'll be coming back this way. So just a quick update. This is our views from the Klondike Highway heading north towards Dawson City. Mountains in the distance, a lot of hills. hills, a lot of trees. Road is pretty curvy, I'd say. Curvier than the Alaska Highway.
Yeah, a little bit more abrupt turns and curves. But the speed limit still seems to be about the same.
Yep. And once we get past these trees, there are mountains. Let's see. There's some mountains over there. Back there with snow on them. Just very pretty. Very curvy. See how it goes. So you know there's a problem when you have to get out your F-250 Super Duty book, because we have a light on that somehow got on, and it's this slippery light. So evidently we hit the drive mode and it put it in slippery, and we had an indicator light come on. So we have fixed it. We did find tow haul mode, and so we've put it in tow haul mode. We'll see what that does. It says it helps with going down a lot of hills, which on the Klondike, that seems to be what we're doing. So, okay, onward.
On next week's video, we'll complete the Klondike Highway. We make it all the way to Dawson City, but it's not without some problems.
This would be on the Klondike Highway between Whitehorse and Dawson City.
And we will make it all the way to Dawson City. And we'll unhook Nilly, and we're going to take Willie and head on the Dempster Highway. I hope you guys can stay tuned and watch next week's video. This adventure gets exciting the further north we get. And I want to thank everybody for watching our videos. And in our next video, we will be dipping our toes in the Arctic Ocean at Tuktoyaktuk. As always, and until next time, cheers everybody!